Alright guys, yeah, welcome to Arik Where's My iPad TV, a dedicated channel to everybody that has been snatched by Arik.
Snatched and grabbed.
Snatched and grabbed by Arik Air. So Ifeanyi, you are one of Arik's
victims.
Latest victims, eh?
Latest victims, yeah.
So you're welcome to the People's Court, where we get to address
these issues.
Address these issues.
Yeah, we're going to address these issues now. I had that taped up, and then I checked in that one. And when I got to the counter, because of all the stuff that was inside, my friend and I's hand luggage, there was no space for my laptop. So I told them at the counter that, I'm checking in my computer. And the woman at the counter was, she really wasn't even ready to listen to me, because she was saying that she was kind of in a rush and she wanted to get all the bags on board. And she said, look, you padlocked your bag. And I said, yes. And she said, okay, then just put it.
That's Arik staff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I checked in, I made sure that it was padlocked, and then I checked in my bag. And then we went to the gate and we waited for them to call us to board for the flight. And, we got on the flight. 6.5 hours later, I'm back in Lagos. Passed through immigration, waiting at the conveyor belts, waiting for my bag to come out. And as soon as I noticed my bag, as soon as I see my bag, it's obvious that it's been opened, because the zip is, whoever did it didn't even have the courtesy to close my bag.
Are you kidding me?
He left it.
The bag was open.
I saw, a couple of shirts were coming out. The zip was wide open. And then, when it got to me and my friend, we pulled it off. I set it down on the floor, and I checked, and I saw that the zip had actually been, tampered with, had been broken. The padlock had been broken off. I touched it, and you don't have to be a genius to know, obviously. Immediately I put my hand on there, I knew that my laptop wasn't there. And I checked, nothing, my laptop was gone, the charger was gone, my white Omega wristwatch, it was taken from the case was still there, my silver chain was gone. I had about three bottles of perfume gone. The bag was scattered. So immediately, at first sight, I couldn't even tell what exactly was missing. The only thing I was sure was, the laptop. I said, okay, that I need to, make a report. Apart from this bag I'm looking for, I need to make a report, because this bag has been tampered with. And then they took me into the office, and he called a lady who he said was in charge of these kind of things, and I should just, I should go through my bag and check and be sure what is missing. And I said, okay, fine. But at that point, I really wasn't even in the mood to look through the bag, because the computer was the most important thing to me, and it was gone, so I just, I tried to arrange the bag as best as I could, and I just zipped it up and sat down, and I waited there for about an hour before she came into the office. I think her name is Bella. She came into the office and started talking about checking the weights and, whatnot, and she has to be sure of this and that. Fine. And then she proceeded to weigh both bags. My two bags in Johannesburg weighed 46 kilos. And when she weighed it here, the two of them weighed 37.25. So obviously things were missing from my bag.
Okay.
And, she now went into the whole, that she's going to have to fill a damage baggage reports. They're going to take all the items that were missing, and they're going to need some other personal information from me. But that she doesn't think Arik is liable for valuables that are checked in. And I said,
say that again.
Arik is not liable for
valuables that are checked in.
And I pointed out that, look, if not for the fact that I was in a rush to get to South Africa. I normally fly South Africa Airlines, and I know that twice I have used them, and I checked in my laptop. And I know that when it came out at the other end, I got my laptop to and from Lagos. I didn't carry my laptop. Both times I used South Africa Airlines, I'd never carried my laptop. I never checked it. I never carried it in as hand luggage. I always checked it in with my luggage. And when I arrived in Joburg and when I came back to Lagos, it was always in my bag. So why is it you? There was the case about the iPad that was stolen. You people, you hear all sorts of things, and it's always Arik. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, because I was asking her, like, I don't understand. Do you people make it a habit to employ convicts? Or do you? Because I don't get it. Why would people always have problems with you stealing items? And she said, well, you know that I should just, I should try and control the way that I'm talking. It's not as if it's her that took it.
You should control the way you're talking to her.
And I asked her, that if these were your items that were stolen, would you still be sitting down comfortable here? And she just told me to calm down. There was a guy that was there. He doesn't work with Arik. I think he works with, he's in the baggage control team there at the airport. He was the one who was even making more sense, and he said, just calm down, that they're trying to sort it out. And then they filled this form.
Okay, let me see this.
As their Arik Wings of Nigeria damage baggage report.
Wings of Nigeria, indeed. Let me see. Hold it up.
They filled it.
Okay.
As at the time they filled it, this was all I thought was missing: my Dell laptop and the Omega wristwatch.
Okay.
But after about 2 days, when I finally calmed down to look into the box when I got home, I saw that the perfumes and also my silver chain. The chain was actually cut. I was trying to get it. I wanted to get it repaired when I go back into Lagos, so it was inside my wristwatch case. Okay. So when they grabbed the wristwatch, they took it as well. And then here, it shows the difference in weight. This is what it weighed in Johannesburg, 246 kilograms. Now new weight 37.25. This is all of them. They're the ones that wrote all this. This is their writing. I just put my signature there.
Okay.
And then the staff signed. The girl gave me this number and said, that I should call.
Let's see the number. Hold it up, please.
She said I should call this number to find out, get any progress or any change in information.
Okay.
And I said, okay, fine. And she also gave me the Arik Air that I could send an email to this or something in case anything was slowing down.
Okay.
And another airport staff, when I was leaving, airport security, when he found out what was going on and he saw that I was really pissed, and he gave me his number and he said I should call him, that he'll try and put fire on them to see what they can do.
Okay.
But a couple of days after, because of work and all, finally a couple of days after, I give them a call, and Bella tells me that okay, she's forwarded the email with all my details to their head office. And there's a lady who's supposed to get in touch with me, and I say, okay, fine. And 2 days after, I don't hear anything, and I call Bella again, and I'm like, you said someone's supposed to call me, and nobody has called me. And she said, oh, okay, sorry, do you mind calling her? And I said, do I mind calling her? And I said, okay, give me her number. And she gave me the lady's number, and I called her for the whole day. She didn't pick up. And then I got through to her the next day, and I asked her, okay, look, Bella said I should call you to find out the status of my
missing items. Yeah.
My missing items. And she said, oh yeah, that was your name. I gave her my name, and she said, oh okay, yeah, the laptop, the watch, and I said, yeah, all those things. And the first thing she said was, well, Arik is not liable for valuables that are checked in.
She told you that?
And I said, sorry? She said, Arik is not going to be liable for valuables that are checked in. And I said, oh, so if I'm traveling with a ton of valuables, I'm supposed to just hang them on my person?
No, but if I check in an item, doesn't that mean I'm handing it
to your care?
I'm keeping it in your care.
How can I don't even get it. She said, no, it's part of the policy. It was on your tickets and blah blah blah.
Oh, it's part of the policy.
And I said, even if it was on my tickets, you say when you get to the counter, you let them know that if you're checking anything valuable. If I was traveling with a lot of cash and I wanted to check it in, I would let them know. at the airport. The same way I let them know at the airport that I was putting my laptop inside. Because for one funny, I mean, normally I wouldn't even do that. If it was South African Airlines, I wouldn't do that. If it was British Airways, I wouldn't do that. But I mean, it's Arik, and I had heard about Arik.
Oh, you had heard about Arik?
I had heard about Arik. So that's why I even said it. I said, okay, look, man, my laptop is inside here. Hope. And she said, just zip it up and let me check it in. And I said, okay, fine, no problem. Only for me to come on. I mean, I have people who were depending on me to bring back some certain information, and I was supposed to bring back a lot of stuff, and I had the only copy. I mean, thinking I'm just going to be on a flight for 6 hours, there's really no need to back this up anywhere. What's the worst that can happen? I'm going to be on a flight for 6 hours, I'm going to come back to Lagos, and I'm going to disperse this information, and now I can't do that. So I'm saddled with the reality of probably having to go back to Johannesburg to start over from scratch. Who's going to pay for that? It's going to come out of my money. I can't wait for them to say, okay, look, this is what we're going to do. I took matters into my own hand, and I'm going to get another laptop because I have to work. I can't just sit down and say I'm going to wait for Arik. I mean, it's really sad when you have your fellow, you know, black people telling you.
This is actually Nigerian people.
I mean, it's just
let's see that's those piece of paper.
They do you wrong. Yeah. For what? How can a plane? This is the one that's baffling to me. How can a plane either land or take off with luggage being loaded or being brought out? Are you telling me that there's no airport security, or is the airport security in on it? How can they bring in bags or take out bags from a plane and have time to open bags and take out valuables and nobody will see anything? It doesn't even make any sense. That's robbery.
I hope the Minister of Aviation sees this.
That's robbery. How can you do that? That's just robbery.
In-flight robbery. Let's see. Are those your body parts?
Definitely not a good in-flight movie.
Let's zoom in on that to be sure that you are actually on that.
I mean, I'm telling you.
I say so just in case anybody has any doubts.
This is definitely an eye opener.
The other one is upside down. One of them.
This is definitely an eye opener, and you know, I know I am not ever in my life
going to fly Arik
for anything ever in my life. I can't do it again.
Wow.
I really can't do it again. I can't be put through this bullshit. This is bullshit. This is just, it's nonsense, and I can't be put through it. I'm never going to do it. Never going to make that mistake ever.
We've seen that.
I don't care if it's the last flight out for planet Earth. I don't care. I really don't care. I can't do this. I mean, look at it. Look at me.
So today is Tuesday. Tuesday.
This is Tuesday. This is the 25th.
25th.
This is 10 days.
10 days after.
And nothing.
10 days after and nothing.
Nothing.
All they could tell you was.
The funny thing was, you know, I didn't even get, you know, because sometimes, the way people would talk to you, you might even look and say, okay, do you know what, let me just let it go. There's no need to fight this. But I didn't even get one phone call
from Arik.
Like, there's no customer service team. There's nobody that relates to people when things like this happen. You're the one who keeps on calling. I didn't even get a phone call like, look, on behalf of Arik, we just want to say that we're sorry. Do you understand? You can decide to pursue this thing if you want, but we just want to officially say that we're sorry for your items that were missing, your box that was vandalized. Nothing. They're not apologetic. They're not, you know, they don't care who you are. Maybe they think it's...
So guys, you've heard it. You've heard it from Ifeanyi himself, one of the latest victims of Arik theft on Arik Airlines.
You're traveling with Arik, sellotape your things to your chest.
Just say that again.
Sellotape it. Tape your iPad, tape your laptop. Wear all your watches. You might look stupid.
Wear all your watches when you're traveling, Arik.
No,
okay.
you might look stupid, but seriously, you might look really stupid. People might look at you and say, what's wrong with this nutcase? But in the end, you know, you're securing your valuables, because trust me, Arik is not going to secure your valuables.
Alright guys, you heard that. This is episode 1 in this series episode 2 is coming up, and you will be shocked what happened in episode 2. Thank you very much.